The Russian invasion of Ukraine, already a human rights catastrophe, is creating a series of commercial issues and potential liabilities for companies doing business in the region. Here are 5 issues to consider. First, you must keep up to date on export controls and economic sanctions. The United States and its allies have begun imposing economic sanctions and restrictions on Russia aimed at isolating Russia from Western financial markets. Kilpatrick, Townsend trade lawyers have published guidance on the initial round of sanctions. However, the situation is changing daily. Companies that do business in Russia, Belarus, or neighboring regions must take steps to ensure that their exports and financial transactions comply with applicable laws and regulations. Second, review your force majeure clauses. If your business is impacted by the conflict, you might be relieved from performance due to contractual force majeure clauses. Force majeure may lie not just from the physical effects and disruptions of war, but also from government actions that impose legal, financial, or other impediments to performing contracts. Contract performance that is prevented or delayed due to the direct or indirect impacts of the war may constitute an event of force majeure. Frustration of purpose may also be applicable. Third, has there been a material adverse change? M&A deals often have material adverse change provisions to protect the acquiring company if there is a material change to the financial condition of the target prior to closing. The economic sanctions imposed on Russia have already dramatically lowered the value of Russia's currency, caused soaring interest rates, and have been accompanied by the seizure of billions in assets held by other countries. If you have a deal financially impacted by the invasion, you may wish to review whether a material adverse change clause is applicable. Fourth, what are the impacts on energy and transportation markets? Energy prices have started to spike due to a conflict in a region whose largest exports are oil and gas. Companies should review their contracts to see if there are mechanisms to contractually share the increased transportation costs that will accompany increased fuel costs. There may also be transformational opportunities in the European energy market. Germany, for example, has already announced the construction of 2 LNG terminals to reduce their reliance on Russian gas. Renewable sources and nuclear energy, already a part of the energy transition plans for many countries, may also be implicated and present new opportunities. Fifth, and finally, many companies and countries are also starting to ban or discourage the importation of certain Russian products. To the extent such policies impact existing contracts, a review of current contracts to make sure that the actions will not give rise to claims or liabilities will be important. The situation remains extremely fluid. Kilpatrick Townsend will continue to closely monitor the potential legal impacts and provide additional information as necessary. Thank you.